Great for
See
having
you.
everyone. See you. So let me first share my screen so it's much easier for me to do the presentation with my PPT, which is prepared just for this session. So just want to again thank Travel Tech Space for giving me the time to share with you what our company has to offer. Travel Tech Space is all about innovation. It's all about tech. And by putting our company in one of the presentation here, it shows how innovative they are. I would assure you, this is not something you've listened to before because it's something that's very novel. It's something that we believe that can bring some difference in the service we offer to the hotels. So, please give me 25 minutes to show you what it's all about. This presentation is from me. I am the branding and e-commerce lead of uCloudlink Group. Just look at the title of, the branding and e-commerce lead and see how innovative we are. Everybody knows with the e-commerce world these days, how branding is being more difficult. We tackle this problem by putting everything under me. So I have to solve this problem. I was an ex-hotelier, ex-airline ticket distributor, ex-meeting company co-founder, ex-hotel chain head of group marketing, even ex-OTA CEO, very small man, but still it's one of the first one in Asia. I'm even a record label co-founder, and right now interested in education, travel, wellness, and art tech companies. So first of all, share with you some of the information, not with the data that you are used to, but data is something that shows about the another demand of the travelers, about digital experience. This is a digital experience report by Oliver Wyman, traveler, COVID during 19. What digital technologies, is the rise. It reported that 66% of consumers using less cash moving towards more contactless solutions. It reports that 45% of air travel passengers are ready to shed their paper passports for digital identities. It also says 44% of travelers increased their time spent browsing social media during COVID-19. So this is the what shows that the digital technologies are on the rise, and people need it before, during, and after the trip, or anytime. It's also said in another report. This time is by Google. Is about 67% of people in Thailand, India, and Indonesia choose travel apps over desktop. When they choose travel apps, that means that they want it to be mobile. They wanted to carry it along with them anytime. So these are some travel habits that happened during the COVID recent reports. We all talk about touchless travels, right? For example, the sales had this report regarding the airport biometrics. So digital experience is becoming more important these days. For example, we mentioned health passport, vital signs detection, remote check-in, etc., biometric pathway, etc. It's getting touchless. What does that mean? Is that you cannot afford not to have a wireless internet connection when you're on the road. What if there's no internet upon check-in? What if there's no internet when you cross the border? What do you have? Well, you might have to pay very high roaming costs if you consume all the data while you're on the road. So these are all the new pain points that right now we are facing with the COVID. We're living with COVID. So with all these happening, we find that there's a big gap in the demand and supply of Wi-Fi. There's a Statista have this report, a very recent report, is that 80% of rated internet access most important service of a hotel. I think a lot of hotel chains did this survey before. Is always rated quite on top, internet access. Another report says guest experience, 98% expects hotel to provide high-speed Wi-Fi. So let's try and define what is high-speed Wi-Fi. This is a very recent report that I pulled out from, again, Statista, July 2021. The speed of the internet for Hong Kong hotels is around 63 megabytes per second. I'm living in a very remote area in Hong Kong, but yesterday I did my checking. My download and upload speed is 185 megabytes at home. So when people are traveling, when they say they expect high-speed Wi-Fi, at the hotel, the best ones in Hong Kong are providing 65 megabytes per second. And at home, you're experiencing 185. That means there's a big gap in between. So we have another data regarding the cost of internet still high, and consumption has even as consumption escalated. The mobile data consumption doubled since 2018. This is the chart that we have here. Is that the mobile data consumption have doubled. 2018 from Q4 to 2020 Q3, not even 3 years, it already doubled. And total data is consumed expected to almost double from today. So data consumed, this is a chart, but data consumed. Right now, we're here. This is 2020, and this is about forecast. Data consumption expected to almost double from today. So this is the kind of consumption that we're expecting. The average monthly price of data packages is same as 2015 in UK. Another report shows here that actually this is what's happening. The data is not getting more cheaper, even with the consumption is getting higher. The cost is getting high, but we are saying that in all the hotels, in all the properties, providing a Wi-Fi could be a pain point. But this is something that the customers, the travelers really need. So we are inviting travel technology providers, hotels, and corporates to be our partners to provide the next generation connection solution that meet the new requirements from travelers in the new normal. It is more cost effective. That's what travelers want. It has ultimate flexibility. It has better quality. It has more choices. It has to be more secured, and it has to be future proof, meaning you don't need to install something today and change it tomorrow. That's most of the technology pain point that we see, that you don't want to install it at this moment because you don't know whether it can meet the demands of tomorrow. So future proof is very important. What we are trying to discuss here for tech solution providers is that a solution can improve your internet connection for better servicing your customers. It can also be part of your product to sell to properties. For property, this can become not a burden, but differentiate your offering and potentially generate extra revenue. Tech solution providers, a lot of your solution has to be connected to the internet. And the quality of the internet, if you rely on the property itself, it will be a burden to them. Why don't you give them an internet solution together with your product? As for the property, again, providing internet connection is always a burden, but it can be something else. It can differentiate offering, and it can potentially even generate revenue. This is what we're going to talk about today. So who are we? Our product is a top seller in Amazon. It's a brand name of a Nasdaq-listed technology company. Devices and solutions are widely used in Japan, Europe, US, and Asia since 2014. So you can see some of the sharing here is in Germany, it's in France, and we have sold offline in a lot of stores in Malaysia, France, Hong Kong, since 2014. And also we are the top seller in Amazon US. So the milestone of the company is 2014, we start a long way from having the first product that allows you to go online all the way to IPO on Nasdaq in 2020. And 2021, we celebrate launching our first 5G product. So what is the technology? We, based on real-time location and data reported by devices, our patent technology identifies the most optimal resource to establish high-quality connection without relying on only one binding contractual network. Basically, we call it the cloud SIM technology. Most of your devices, your phones, you need to put a SIM card in there. So the SIM card is tied onto one local operator, and you're always bind to that operator whenever you use data. Our technology is bind in what we call the cloud SIM. In 140 plus countries, we work with few hundred different operators. So whenever you are in any country, you will be able to access different operators' network, depending on where you are, which works better, and you don't need to pay roaming fee. That's a part of the beauty of cloud SIM technology. And this is not talking about sci-fi. It's already happening, and we have been already selling all these in Japan, US, and Europe since 2014. So another service, using our 100 plus patents, we provide SaaS PaaS solution to enable companies to give best user experience to consumer in an agile and cost-effective way. Don't make it so difficult. Simply put, is that we can empower you like any service provider that you use for your hotel technology, for your PMS, for your CRM, is that we have this software as a solution for you, so you can provide this data services to your consumers with a control panel at the back. So what we, I would say, very proud to say is that our range of products and efficiency is second to none. Only in 2021 alone, we have launched 28 new products. 2021 until now, we have launched already 8 products. With the range and efficiency can be demonstrated here. These are some of our products: the Mini Turbo, the Triforce, the new one is the 5G product, the G4 Pro, U3, and Dual Turbo. Some of the products in the product lineup, each and every single one of them address a different need. The quality is represented by the Trustpilot review rating in the US. At present, we are on the 4.4 over 5 rating. We are currently 4-star rating on Amazon, and sometimes we have above. And we are actually selected for bestseller and Amazon choice from time to time. Right now, one of the products over here, we call the U3. U3 is still the bestseller for mobile Wi-Fi hotspot. So very importantly, we are a technology company, and we are rely heavily on our technology innovation to be able to provide the future-proof solution that we mentioned. So right now, innovation is not, having internet connection is not enough. We need guaranteed 24/7 uninterrupted high-quality Wi-Fi connection. We have a new technology called HyperConn that makes use of all signals available, including all the 4G, 5G, and fixed broadband signals for fail-proof internet connection. So we cross all the physical boundaries, SIM platform. We always identify, monitor, and optimize all the network available out there. So we can be all consumer-centric, and it can, the analogy that we use is like when you're on a Bahnhof, when you're in the freeway, if you come across obstacles, you can drive through all these obstacles by using all the lanes. All the lanes meaning all the operating network plus the fixed operator network that you have available. So this is what we call the HyperConn, and this is something that we launched just this year. How flexible is our solution? Instead of talking about theory, let's talk about case studies that what we have done in the past with the travel industry to demonstrate how flexible we are. Again, we are dealing with a new normal. We want to be agile, right? So that we have to demonstrate how agile this can be. We helped OTA provide additional services. For example, we provide a product in the rental model to the largest OTA in China called C-Trip, so that people, that's since 2015, so that when people travel, before they travel, they can go on OTA, C-Trip, to rent one of the devices. Secondly, case study is we help car rental company for get better customer experience. This example cited again in 2015, how Avis has been putting this product to be used by their customers. So people, when they rent a car, they might not have a local Wi-Fi connection as well. So they provide this mobile Wi-Fi hotspot provided by our company to be able to go online even when you're driving a car in a foreign country. This is done in Avis Europe. How flexible? We partner with airlines for auxiliary revenue. Before COVID, we have worked with many airlines to put our products in their duty-free shops, not only for airlines, but also on the airports. We have another case study, number 4. We can tailor-make solutions for any partners and corporates. Even for the phones, we work with Mi Phones in 2019 to put our technology inside the phone so they can enjoy this cloud SIM, roaming fee-free, contract-free, SIM card-free services. I want to mention that the beauty of cloud SIM is you don't need to sign a contract. So it is as flexible as it gets. People can use this technology, use our Wi-Fi solution and get on the internet, top it up as much as they want to, and be as flexible as they want to. Number 5 case study is Turkish Airlines Loyalty Program Cooperation. This happened in 2020 and it's still happening in 2021 again. What happened is like we work with the Turkish Airlines so that people buying our GlocalMe products will be awarded Turkish Airlines loyalty points. So these are the few examples from in the travel industry, how we have worked with partners in the past to be able to provide an agile solution. How we benefit travel partners. First of all, examples is we can buy and give it to VIP guests. We can prolong the engagement where they want to remotely recharge. The thing about our products, travel products, is like this: the time between the repurchase, the frequency is really long. This time they come to your hotel, the next time they come back, it could be months or it could be years even. So how can we travel benefit the property is that if you can have a Wi-Fi dongle they can carry with them every time they travel, they will always remember the brand name. And of course, when they top up every time, actually they can go through your app, for example, so that they can increase your engagement with them. Number 2 is buy, co-brand, and resell or rent to guests. We can better serve and increase revenue stream and with brand recall. Just imagine this Wi-Fi dongle, the product lineup I show you, it can have your name on it. So this is something that you can consider as well. How we can benefit travel partners is by fully tailor-made solutions. You can own and develop a very unique service that only you have and nobody else has. So this mobile Wi-Fi as a service gives maximum flexibility and endless possibilities. Back to our company, we are a Nasdaq-listed company. The technology R&D department composes around half of our team. So we invest heavily on R&D to be able to get that new products, the pipeline of products coming out. Remember I say in 2021 alone, we have 8 products we launched so far. That's because of this strong R&D backup that we have. So looking forward, what we can do. I show you again 2 more examples that is currently happening and something that we have developed new. It's not in a product lineup on the internet, on the website yet, but I want to show you just for the travel industry, how we have made 2 products that could specifically cater to the needs that we mentioned just now from the travelers. We have this rent and automated rent-out model. That can increase engagement and service and also extra revenue generation. We have this
I'm sorry,
called the rental.
You are not sharing your. Hey, I'm sorry, you are not sharing your screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. The screen, something is wrong.
Yes. Can you
something
share it?
went wrong. Let me show it again. I'm sorry. Hold on for a sec. I'm back. I hope that I didn't cut off for too long. Did I start from here?
There. Yes.
Okay. Example 2 about automated rental service. So we have this device just on the right. It's called a tank charging console. In it can house 5. Actually, with a bigger tank as well, they can house up to more than 30. This kind of device. It's actually a Wi-Fi dongle that can get you the cloud SIM services. Plus, it's a charger by itself. It actually has a very large 7500 MPH battery. So it's a battery charger plus a mobile Wi-Fi dongle. We can put it in your hotel, and this in front is a screen, and you can put any messages up there, and you can rent it to your guests. And this is something that we say that we develop specifically for the travel industry. Right now, we have put this in some hotels and also in a co-working space in Hong Kong. It's called a desk. Example number 2 we want to mention about the solution we have for travel industry is to supplement the Wi-Fi connection. We understand how difficult it is when you have so many rooms, when people come back to the hotel at the same time to go online and do video streaming at the same time. It creates a burden to the hotel. But you cannot provide like a real massive Wi-Fi broadband if sometimes it is wasted and not used. This is a solution that can provide flexible, light, and help internet peak usage demand. What we call this new product, we call it HomeFlex. What does HomeFlex does is like it looks like a router, but it has this cloud SIM technology. You can of course connect to your own Cat5 to use it as a router, but the beauty of it is you can disconnect the Cat5. It still has the cloud SIM inside, and you can move it around. Just plug it into any electric socket, and it can access a router without using the Wi-Fi broadband, but use the internet mobile Wi-Fi that is already installed. And you can charge it as you go and pay as you go. For example, when you have a, let's say, exhibition space, you don't know how many people is going to go online, or for a certain period of time, there'll be a lot of people going in. This will be the ideal device that you can put in there to immediately increase your broadband coverage without wasting a lot of money. So the case study for this product, we have put in the co-living space in Hong Kong called Hamlet, and they put it in there is because they want to make sure, first of all, increase the internet capacity so that it's not one internet capacity for everyone, but you can have even one gadget for even one room if they want to. The thing about what I want to mention one more thing about this device is for the Wi-Fi connection at any property, people will be worried about the security. This mobile Wi-Fi solution is it's just like a phone. You assign one particular signal to each devices. So there's no sharing of public Wi-Fi. It's one signal to one device. So it's very secure for all customers. So this is what I have for everyone to introduction about what we are doing and offering. And we would like to talk with everyone who is interested in this novel kind of solution. I think I just made it in 25 minutes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Colman. Thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your participation at Sessions EMEA, and I hope you'll see you next year.
It's definitely my pleasure, and definitely we'll see each other more, right? And
Okay.
And again, all the best to all the other presentations. I'll be staying in line. I'll be looking at everybody else because I've learned so much in the last few days.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we see you next year, and hope you see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.